of how big the gap is. Give it about, like I said, 1 second, and then correct yourself. You'll hear an officer probably say, close it up. You close it up. But like we were going over before we started shooting, was the by column into line. We're going to do this at a quick step pace for the first part. Hits me, you're my second.
Roger that.
Company, by column into line on the right. March. Second rank, fall in. Good job. So I see how that kind of works. Company, right face. Company, by column in the line on the left. March. Second rank, fall in. The better we get at it too, the faster we'll be able to do the fall in, and it's an immediate maneuver. Company, firing by file from the right.
Find your window, find your window.
Company, make ready.
Make ready. No delays, boys, no delays.
Take aim.
Take aim.
Commence fire. Company, hold fire.
Hold your fire. Get that load in and get back to shoulder.
So the reason why we're doing the fire by file and kind of getting y'all used to it, whenever we do by column until something else that can happen, guys, is we can have you start firing once you start getting into formation. So say we're wanting to move really quickly and start firing as soon as possible. So you might hear a fire at will order given, or you might hear the sergeant or your second lieutenant that you ran up to starts telling you, commence firing. So as soon as you get in line, turn, aim at your target and fire. We're going to try that real quick. Company, left face.
Left face.
Again, when you hear the ceasefire order, you'll go back to shoulder arms, guys. And all you need to do is just right-click the aim button again, one time. Company, by column into line on the right. March. Second rank, fall in. Give them that fire order.
Commence firing, commence firing. Commence firing, boys, as soon as you get in place. First rank, if you have a blood splatter on your screen, type FF in chat, please. Once again, first rank, if you have a blood splatter on your screen, type FF in chat.
Keep up the fire, boys, keep up the fire.
Whenever this is a commence firing, or a fire at will, it's literally you just continue up the fire. Here's another drill that y'all should be able to get used to, is regardless of what's going on in the field at all times, if you ever hear this next order given, just immediately stop whatever you're currently doing and do this order. So, you're just gonna keep up the fire, guys.
I want to repeat that because of the firing.
Again, guys, if you ever hear this next order, you can always cease what you're doing and do this order. Company, fix bayonet.
Fix bayonet.
Fix bayonets.
Fix bayonets. Everyone repeats the orders, everyone hears.
And then you resume the last thing that was given to you, which was the
Continue
fire
fire.
will. Company, fire.
Ceasefire.
Turn the
That
shoulder
means-
arms.
I'll be right back, I was grabbing a spare rifle off of the firing range.
Company, right face. Right face.
Back one.
At the quick step. Forward, march.
If someone stopped, go around them on the outside. Round the outside, round the outside.
Company, by column right, march.
Some of you
Right
guys
wheel.
are right shoulder shift, you should not be. You should
March.
not be at right shoulder shift, whoever's that up there.
Ray, fix it.
So the structure of a column, guys, as well. Corporals are going to be our premier guides, with the exception of the front left, which will be the position of the first sergeant. Also, you'll have a couple of corporals at your rear as well. You will have your officer, kind of where I'm marching to y'all's left. You'll have a lieutenant also on the right side of the line, close to where Hitsme is walking. You will also either have another sergeant or you'll have a sergeant also on that right side of the line, depending how long the line gets. And then you'll also have a trailing officer, which that is kind of what Phil is doing at this point. It'll either be a second lieutenant or another sergeant, and they'll be kind of behind the line. Now, these guys' jobs on these outflanks like this are to be watching the line. They're the ones to giving you the close-up order. If you ever have some lag issues or collision issues or something's going on and they can see it's disrupting the line, don't be offended at all if an NCO says, for example, do an example right now. Private Ray, fall to the rear. So Ray is going to peel out to the left, and he's just going to immediately peel out to the rear and fall into the rear of the line. And then everybody will just close up. That's just kind of keep the cohesive of the line. We want to have people who are having some lag issues or connection issues at the back of the line, so they're not disrupting the rest of the line. So yeah, don't ever take offense if you ever get called out to the back. You're not getting punished. It's just we're watching for that kind of stuff to kind of get keep the line somewhat organized. Also, when we're marching, don't really worry about the guy to your immediate right as we're marching in columns. Worry about the guy immediately to your front. That's the guy you want to square your shoulders up with, and the guy you want to pace off of. So
fall to the rear.
Company right wheel.
Was that me I heard?
March.
Private Matt, fall to the rear.
Do we want to do react to contact or wait a little bit?
Oh wait, I'm checking on the fence.
Okay.
Company or delay that. Company left wheel.
Left wheel.
March. Guides, square up on that fence for me. So just march straight at that fence. You also hear some informal orders given a lot too. It's very common sense. Like that order right there, just telling the guys to square up on the fence.
Welcome, Saris. We're
Clear to halt.
southwest of the camp.
Heard halt.
Halt.
In A6.
Alright, cover down, boys.
Close it up. Company, by column in the line on the left. March. Second rank, following. Alright, so a lot with the way this game works is going to be about who gets the best defensive position, so we'll be using fences a whole lot when we're defending a position, even when we're trying to push into the objective. So lots of you veterans, y'all have done this plenty of times. For the new guys, this is how we form on fences. So, we have, you see the sections of fence, there's 2 men per section of fence. So between the 2 posts, that's 1 section. So at all times, we only want 2 people per section unless the order to extend the line is given, and then we'll have 1 person per section. So the process to forming on the fence, so if we're in a heated situation, we're not going to have time to do it this way. Use your common sense, 2 men per section. But if we do have a little bit of time, this is the way it's done. And it's front rank, fall on the fence.
Front rank, fall in on the fence. Everybody
front
take
rank
1 fence section.
Yeah, 1 man per section, front rank only. So
Front
if you're
rank, all go on the left side.
so just the front rank will fall in. NCOs be looking
Bar
for gaps.
kick out 1 more fence section.
Now, if you're in the front rank, yeah, you did good.
Macklin,
Oberman,
come
Macklin,
right.
shift right.
Oh, right.
There you go. So just 1 person between
A
the
little bit
sections
more
of fence.
Oberman.
So be looking at that. 1 man. Good job.
Shift a little bit more right, Oberman.
Oh, he looked like he was on this section. My fault.
Now, guys, the second rank will be given the order to fall in. You're going to go and you're going to find a section of fence with already somebody in it. So you're going to immediately fall in on that fence, find you a partner. So second rank, fall in.
Good rule of thumb
First
is aim
rank,
for
stop
opposites.
looking back here. You should be looking for the enemy when you're on a defensive position like this.
All right, NCOs, double check. Make sure we got 2 men per section.
Good left.
Good right. Good right.
All right. I got one person with Price, but that's okay.
Burbar, go ahead and shift left with Price.
So the combat will be going on. You'll hear NCOs running up the line, calling out your names, telling you to shift. When NCOs get used to their names and their voices, because you'll hear them in a combat scenario, and they're just trying to direct you through the maneuvers. Now, when we're on a fence like this, guys, so we're on the fence like this. If you get in the habit, every time we're doing this, and basically any other time, is look to your left and right. If you are the left person, so if you're the left soldier in that fence section, you are designated as Rifle 2. You are Rifle number
Burbar
2.
gets his shoulder. Get out of.
So,
right
and if you're on the right-hand side of the section, you are Rifle 1. So let's just test to make sure everybody's got this. Rifle 1s, take aim.
Rifle 1, take aim.
Alright, NCOs, check it.
We've got a lot of people aiming in that are not Rifle 1.
Hey, where y'all located?
On the fence where we did the fence drills, to the south of the tents.
Opposite side of the flags.
Alright, so let me checking everybody. So, Eric, so you're Rifle 2. You're on the left section, so if you look, you've got Olaf's on to your right. He is Rifle 1, you are Rifle 2. Alright. Shoulder arms. Everybody shoulder arms. Rifle 2, at the ready.
Shoulder arms.
Alright, double check it for me, NCOs. Rifle 2s should be at the ready.
Looks like you're good. I assume Ray is Rifle 1.
If you're by yourself in a section, you're immediately Rifle 1. Alright, guys. So, when we do maneuvers, Rifle 1, this will always be your section of fence. So, if I say extend the line, Rifle 2s are going to be the ones that are going to move. So, Rifle 1s, you will stay inside your section of fence. Rifle 2s, you will move.
Rule of thumb on this, guys. For Rifle 2, go ahead and just move out. If you're on the right side of the line, you're going to go right. If we just had someone fall out.
Awesome.
If he says extend to the left, then everybody's going to shift left. If he just says extend the line, then if you're on the right side, you go right. If you're on the left side, you go left. And if he says extend right, everybody's going to shift right.
So
Go
when
to
we're
the end of the line to the next empty section of fence.
So when we're in a defensive position, it's speed is key. So we'll be doing stuff. You always want to be sprinting when we're moving up and down the fences. An order you'll hear a lot will be. Let's see who's down there. Macklin, are you on the end?
Ray,
Okay,
go ahead and shift to the middle. There's a spot for you.
So we'll be in combat. We've got something in front of us. The commanding officer decides he wants us to shift left. Your corporals are going to be on your wings, so they're going to know how to do this. But the order will be given, for example, company shift left. You will stop what you're doing, whether that's reloading, whether that's sighting in on the juicy target. If you ever hear the orders to shift left, you will stop what you're doing. Everybody left face right now and take off running left. Let's go. Company shift left. Let's go. Shift left. Let's go.
Hold here. Grab a section.
Everyone
Repeat
go.
up the line.
Now, whenever we're
Hold here.
falling in, the NCO is going to make the decision, or the lieutenant that's down there will make the executive decision of when to hold here. What will happen is
Take a
the
step
first
back.
people to
There you
get to
go.
that
This
position,
is
the officer will say hold here. Then the next people will say hold here, and then the next people will say hold here, and everybody will repeat the order hold here. That way, the people behind know they're getting ready to hold here, and that way they can get on their section. I'm gonna try that one more time. Company shift left.
Shift left.
Shift left.
Keep going, Macklin.
Come on, keep going.
Hurry up.
Hold here.
Hold here. Hold here.
If you fall out of line, just go to the end.
Hold here.
Hold here.
Hold here.
One to the right. Down.
Over into the Howie right. That'll work. Okay, Howie, stay where.
Company, firing by file from the left.
Five
ready?
by five from the left.
Overman, you want to go left? There's a
2-second
spot.
delay.
2-second delay.
One section over there.
Take aim.
Aim.
NCOs be watching for any jumpers. Commence fire.
Sarah, second, the right side.
Gotcha.
Price, you're early.
Swan Eric, you fired too early.
Bang.
Oh, sorry.
Keep up the fire, guys. You keep firing
Keep
until you hear
going.
the whole fire.
Keep going.
Company, shift right.
Shift
Shift
right.
right.
Shift right.
Shift
Break
right.
reloads. Break reloads. Shift
Can't
right.
break
come
your
on.
reload. That's
reload.
okay, guys. Just
Sprint, sprint,
Hold
sprint.
Hold here.
sometimes the reload. I
Hold
think it's
here.
like
Hold here.
30% of the way
Hold
through your
here.
reload. You
Hold
can't
here.
break it.
Hold here.
Very shut down.
Resume what you were doing.
Resume fire.
Fire by fire from the left.
I get back in line. Hey, Price, move down. Move down right.
Eric, that's
All right. Company, ceasefire.
Ceasefire.
Fire.
Ceasefire.
All right. So y'all got kind of got the hang of that one. It's pretty simple. Moving up and down, just immediately do what you need to do. Another one that it's an immediate defensive drill that happens. If you hear this order, you immediately do it. Is you better have an officer say brace for charge. If we're on a fence like this and you hear brace for charge, you're gonna immediately go into melee mode. So company, go into melee mode. Take about 5 paces back.
That's
What's the family?
V. That's V as in Victor.
That's V as in Victor, guys. So take about 5 paces back.
Phil, do you want to demonstrate how much space
Olsen,
they
you
need
took
by
out the
jumping
bayonet.
white bolts in the fence with me?
Yeah,
Back
let's do
know.
look behind you guys at the
I
ground.
wasn't trying to.
Y'all should be about where that white line is. Back a little more. There you go.
The reason for this, boys, is when we go to, if I just stand right here on the fence, you can't stab me through the fence, and I can't stab you. But while I'm vaulting that fence for that half a second, I'm completely vulnerable. I can't do anything. So if you take a step back, or a few steps back rather, you're in the perfect position where as soon as you see me starting to hop the fence, you step forward and you stab me.
Do a one
You
step
can get
forward,
me the
guys.
second I start hopping that fence.
Press W, then melee.
What was the melee key?
Just click once you're in melee mode. Yeah, once you're in V, you're in melee mode. So company on the fence. On the fence. And again, if you ever hear that, if you have your reload as well, you can aim. So everybody go into melee mode for me. And then aim. You can actually aim from melee mode. Alright, and by company, fire. Don't reload. Do not reload. Don't immediately reload. You immediately go back to your melee stance. See that?
Your guys are anticipating a brace for charge. Get back on the fence, Oberman.
Okay, so, alright, company, get your reloads.
Reload.
If you ever get the brace for charge order, you've got your shot. You feel free. I mean, that's bracing for charge. You see a guy coming and you want to take that shot, go ahead and pop that shot. Priority targets, though, are officers. Obviously, you want those pistols dead as soon as possible. But when we're bracing for a charge and like that means they're coming at us, they're not stopping. Don't take the shot at the guy who's 50 yards away. Hold that shot until they're about 15 yards away, and you can guarantee that hit. Don't waste those precious reloads on those crazy downhill charges that the Union likes to do. So, company, shoulder arms.
Sergeant, can I add something?
Yes.
When we're doing a brace for charge and you see a guy hop in the fence, and if it's just like, if it's not that many people, we don't need like 6 people all shifting towards 2 people. If
Hold
he's
your line.
Stay in your zone.
Yeah,
Stay
no,
in your
just
zone.
hold your line.
fence.
You're not going to shift left or right. That's for the counter charge
generally,
order.
if he's more than one person away, so if he's more than one person to your left or right, let someone else get it. You don't need to move all that distance over.
Yeah, stay in your zones, guys. Whenever you go to do that, be waiting for the guys that are going to come up in front of you. And when the counter charge order is given, then that's whenever you can break formation and try to pick out your targets. Now, make sure your bayonet's fixed if it's not already. Ray.
I'm going to charge him, just so you know.
Right. B.
And I'm coming.
He's got it.
Yeah,
Company.
okay.
Huzzah!
Brace for charge.
Huzzah!
Switch
Huzzah!
over.
Good job.
Ray, make sure you get that bayonet fixed as soon as possible.
Yeah, well done. You told me to take it off.
Yeah, that's a glitch that happens.
Back on the fence. Company. Firing by file from the right. 2-second delay.
2 second
Make
delay,
ready.
boys. File from the right. We're not sighting in yet. Make ready.
Take
Okay.
aim.
Take aim.
Game.
Commence fire.
Bang, McMuffin.
Brace for charge.
Brace for
for
charge.
You're gonna die.
All right, back on the fence. Now, this may seem a little silly to some of y'all. We did this in an event, like the week after we started drilling this, and you can find the video. The Cyrus has it. I know a couple of people have it on their YouTube channels. We got charged by the 38th North Carolina, and we did the brace for charge, and it was insane, like how many people we killed as they were hopping over the fence trying to get to us. It was a slaughter. So this drill works very well and very effectively. That's what we're all about, First Texas. What's the most effective way to kick ass during an event?
Hey, Stockton.
Send it.
You want to have them hop the fence, and then we can charge from the field, so they'll get a better idea of about when that order is going to be issued and see how much time they're going to have.
Yeah, we can do that. Company over the fence. Close it up. Bat face. Back on the fence. Back on the fence. Straight fence, guys. Back on the fence. Back on the fence, guys. There you go. There we go. There we go. We're getting it. Olasan, shift down to your left. You should find a gap. Let's go. Like shift, like run down the back of the line until you find a section with only one person.
Olsen right here. Right next to me to my left.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There you go. Alright, here we go.
Just wait until I
Company.
start a firing command.
Firing by company from the right. 2-second delay. Make ready. Take aim. Commence fire.
You ready, boys?
Let's do it.
Let's
Yeah.
do it. Hit them.
Prepare for charge. Brace for charge. Here we go. Brace for charge.
Huzzah!
Back up, so let's reload.
Break reloads back up. Break reloads back.
Huzzah!
Press R again to break your reload.
Howie, Ray,
you
you
get
guys
stuck-
are a little close.
If you get stuck in the reload, it sucks. I would just call it out in game team or in the game chat to the guy standing next to you that you can see has their bayonet ready. Like tell him, say, Howie, I can't break my reload, and then that way Howie knows to like kind of give you some cover while you get prepared.
Also, oh my bad. Go ahead.
Your firing partners when we're on the fences, those are your best friends, guys. Like that's the guy who you're going off of, which kind of leads me into the next thing. The firing drill is all fun and it's cool, and we'll do that a lot. But the majority of the time, what you'll be hearing is firing at will. So, a company back on the fence.
My game
Another
crashed. I'm
thing,
hopping
guys,
back in.
when you guys do get that brace for a charge, make sure you get several steps back. There was a few guys that were in melee mode ready to go, and they were about this range to the fence. And what basically would have happened is I would have vaulted past your thrust.
Yeah. You want to be, if you look, guys, so a good rule of thumb, look back, look at the other side of the road. Like, that's the distance you want to be. See where the road is? You want to be standing back that far. And you can get back pretty quick. You just take a couple of steps back until you're about right there.
Open spot over here, Overman.
About this kind of range right here, I can easily take a step forward and thrust, and I'm in perfect range. I don't need to be any closer than this.
All right, for this one, I need to make sure we get 2 per section. So, NCOs, give me 2 per section.
Roger that.